Shamali Nijat singing a Persian children's poem, smiling and making faces at the camera while her mother fixes her hair. Her family shared these videos to remember her. Atana was killed on February 28th, one of 168 children, according to Iranian state media, who lost their lives when a U.S. Tomahawk missile struck the Shahjareh Tayyibeh Elementary School in Minab, Iran, on the very first day of the war 5 months ago today. In Iran, the parents, the families, and the city of Minab still grieve for those who were killed. They call them the martyrs. This is Madis Nazari. Madis's body and one of her classmates were found in the embrace of their teacher beneath the rubble of school, according to the head of public relations from the Iranian Ministry of Health. He wrote that the teacher held Madis and her classmate, quote, tightly in her arms, as if she had tried with her own fragile body to become a shield against the onslaught of stone and iron. 14 adults were also killed that day, according to Iranian state media. For Mars Pegah lost both his daughter, Adrina, and his wife. He describes how it felt to receive both of their bodies, calling his wife his pillar and his daughter his hope and aspiration. Adrina and her mother were together on the stairs of the school when they were killed, her teacher, who survived the strike, told the BBC. In addition to what we gleaned from other news media, our own information sources are limited to the families whose social media posts we found through anti-regime human rights activists and Iranian media. That's because the Trump administration and the Pentagon have revealed nothing about the lives they took, apparently by accident. Critical and costly mistakes happen in war. This tragedy happened 5 months ago to the day. But today, the U.S. military and its top leaders and the commander-in-chief have yet to even acknowledge the errors that led to the deaths of nearly 200 children and adults in Iran on day one of this war. CNN's Zach Cohen reported earlier this month that according to 3 sources, senior U.S. military commanders bypassed warnings in critical databases that intelligence about potential targets in Iran was severely out of date and approved some strikes, including the one that hit the school in Minab. 2 of the sources said the decision by senior commanders to ignore the warnings was made for expediency in a rush to provide targets to start the war. Messages indicated the targets for the strike list were based on intelligence that was more than 10 years old. 3 sources now tell CNN's Cohen that the investigation into this strike still sits with military command. The first 2 stages of the review focused on answering basic questions, including whether the strike hit and damaged the intended target had been completed, indicating that the U.S. was responsible for striking the Shahjareh Tayyibeh school in Minab, the sources said. The third stage, a more holistic review of what took place and its impact on the overall mission, was not ordered. That review would almost always be conducted in the immediate aftermath of a noteworthy strike, they said, but it had not begun as of early July. We reached out to the Pentagon today with questions about the status of the review. An official told us the investigation is ongoing and there are no updates at this time. Meanwhile, President Trump's own downright refusal to acknowledge the U.S.'s responsibility for the strike continues to evolve.
There are images from this site that show fragments that appear to be from U.S. Tomahawk missiles. Is it possible that old intelligence or a mistake during a very active time in the war led to this event?
It is, but it's also possible that those images that you have are AI generated, because a lot what they do is AI generated. They're actually very good at it. So I don't think that anybody, I know we're waiting for a conclusive report. I don't think there can be a conclusive report.
Will you release the report when it is finished?
I guess so. I mean, I have to ask the military people. There might be a reason why they can't.
In a statement to the lead this afternoon, the White House said, this investigation is ongoing. As we have said, the United States does not target civilians. For the families of Atana, Madis, Adrina, and the nearly 200 others, most of them children, who were killed 5 months ago, images from before February 28th are now what they rely upon to keep their memories alive. A photo of Atana and Madis holding hands hangs here on a banner outdoors. It reads in Persian, "Heavenly angels, may your martyrdom be honored." As of now, the Pentagon and the Trump administration have not come even close to honoring the memories of the 168 children and 14 adults that by all credible accounts were accidentally killed by the Trump administration 5 months ago today.